Hi, Texas. Thanks for watching CBS 19 Plus. Hope you're having a great weekend. It will be a hot weekend, and watch out for some scattered showers and thunderstorms at times. So far, this month of July, so far, so good. We've avoided any 100-degree heat. Temperatures have been a little bit above average. In fact, we've had 5 days where the temperature has come in above average for the daytime highs. One day where it was average, and that was last Sunday. So now as we head into the weekend, the second weekend of July, we've seen highs generally in the mid-90s this week. Next week, particularly the 12th, 13th, 14th, perhaps 15th of the month, we're looking at highs that will be approaching 100 degrees. But when we compare that to last year, this is nothing. You'll recall last year on this second weekend in July, we had highs that were climbing to as hot as 107, which was the hottest temperature we would feel all of July in 2022. And then the following week had several days with temperatures above 100 before a summertime cold front dropped in and pushed the temperature back into the lower 90s. But it did not last long as more heat returned for the third week of July, and that lasted into the fourth week of July, save for this summertime cold front. We're hoping for a summertime cold front, but so far we haven't had anything that has pushed in. But what has helped us so far this month was that rain that we saw back in June and May and back into April. All right, so July in East Texas, we're sitting right here with the start of the month, still technically first 6-7 days into the month with average highs around 93 to 94. By the end of the month, the average high is 96, the average low is 75. Remember, it is a drier month on average with just 2 inches of rainfall. Some of us, though, have picked that much up in one downpour yesterday on Thursday. So we'll see if we can get any more downpours over the weekend. The most rain that we've seen ever in July was 5.5 inches of rainfall on July 27th, 1979. And we are approaching in about a week the, on average, muggiest day of the year in East Texas. All right, the heat dome is expected to expand next week. That means hotter weather will be back on the way. But around the edge of that heat, here's a little stronger jet stream energy. What does that mean for us? It means a chance of rain Monday, particularly into Tuesday. We also have a decent chance of rain on Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, some rain chances. Much cooler air up here over the Great Lakes and over Hudson Bay, and that looks to stay there. So the 10-day temperature trend here. A hot day Saturday, 96, with cloud cover and some rain chances. Sunday, Monday, 93. Tuesday, warm front beginning to lift through, 94. Now the warm front is established, and look at the hot air that takes its place. So on Wednesday, 97, then a string of 98s through the third weekend of July. Temperatures will be approaching 100 degrees, running about 4 to 6 degrees above the average high of 93. So please remember, it's too hot to trot. That pause the pavement. When the air temperature is 95, like it will be many days coming up here, that concrete can feel like it's 140 to our pets. Asphalt can feel like it's 155. Even when the air temperature is 90, concrete feels like 125 and the asphalt feels like 140. All right, rainfall reports. And we are looking since June 1st. June 1st is, meteorologically speaking, the first day of summer. Why do we use that? Because this date never changes, but astronomical summer sometimes can be on the 21st or the 22nd. So this is a better way of keeping some records. In addition to that, weather patterns begin to take on more of a summer-like feel starting on June 1st. So at any rate, since June 1st in Tyler, 1.5 inches of rainfall. Longview, 4.5 inches of rainfall. Lufkin, about 2.5 inches of rainfall. That's below average at all 3 of our climate reporting stations. And now for the year, Tyler has suddenly dried out and is running a deficit of almost 4 inches of rainfall for the year. Longview barely above average. Lufkin still on the surplus side by about 3 inches. Rain chances over the next 7 days. 30% chance on Saturday, so just a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms. This means most of us will stay dry. Sunday, 60% chance of rain. Monday, a 60% chance of rain. And then Tuesday morning, a 40% chance of rain before we dry out. Let's hope we get some rain here Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, because it does look like we'll stay dry for 4 or 5 days. All right, here's Future Skycast. As we put this into motion, you might have noticed a couple of scattered showers Saturday morning into East Texas. These are sea breeze showers that will blow in off the Gulf of Mexico. Notice the south winds blowing in. So the differential heating between water and land causes this warm, moist air to flow over that hotter air. The air rises, it cools, condenses into clouds, and then you get scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. All right, so those fade away with sunset. Sunday, a thunderstorm complex coming out of Oklahoma crosses I-30 and makes it over a good portion of East Texas. So Sunday looks like a 60% chance of rain. It does clear off Sunday afternoon with highs back into the lower 90s. Monday, this is a warm front. So the warm front is beginning to lift back to the north. Scattered showers and thunderstorms along that boundary, taking us into Tuesday morning and then the heat. So really, when you look at the rainfall outlook over the next 7 days, this stands to reason why it looks like this. Again, thunderstorm complex, remember, Sunday, bringing abundant rainfall to areas north and northeast of Interstate 20. And then you've got the warm front lining up on Monday, essentially in this position. So when you look at that over the next 7 days, you pick out your contour here, your light blues, dark blues, 1/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch to 1.25 inches, while Palestine and Crockett may come away with 1/100th to maybe a 1/10 of a rain. In fact, let's look at the Monday and Tuesday. So you can see some of the heavier pockets of rainfall there. Sunday, we'll just go back in Sunday. This looks to be the best chance for rain in terms of measurable rainfall. Next Wednesday and Thursday should be dry as we dry out. So all totaled, about a 1/10 of an inch to maybe 1.5 inches across parts of East Texas over the next 7 days. All right, here's the forecast for Saturday. Partly cloudy skies, isolated thunderstorms in our northern counties. Up toward Delta County, Lamar County, and also into Red River County, temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Although a shower and thunderstorm can't be ruled out for places such as Mount Pleasant or Linden, with a high temperature in the lower 90s. In our central counties, looks like it'll be partly cloudy, again with a chance for an isolated thunderstorm popping up in parts of Cherokee and Smith County, and highs in the mid-90s, Carthage up to 94. And in deep East Texas, we've got temperatures generally in the mid-90s, 95 to 96. Lufkin up to 96, Hemphill up to 94 under mostly sunny skies. Here's your Bill Scott and White Texas Spine Joint Hospital's 10-day forecast. So isolated thunderstorms Saturday, meaning most of us will stay dry. Scattered thunderstorms, making it more likely for more of us to see rain on Sunday and a high of 90. 93 with scattered morning showers and thunderstorms on Monday, lasting into Tuesday with a high temperature of 94. And then that brings in the heat, and the heat sticks around as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and rounding out your 10-day forecast with highs getting closer to 100 degrees and just a 20% chance of rain in about 9 to 10 days. Thanks for watching CBS 19 Plus. Have a great weekend.